Child, just when we thought things couldn't get any worse for Porsha, she just got dragged for filth after Nene Leakes went off on her for trying to get her fired. Apparently, they were both supposed to make a guest appearance on a TV show, but Porsha went behind Nene's back to trash talk her to the producers so they'd fire Nene and replace her with somebody else. This obviously came as a shock to a lot of people since Nene and Porsha have been real good friends for years now. But not only did Nene put Porsha on blast for trying to stop her bag, but she also linked up with Simon and his new girlfriend, Jay. One thing about Nene, she's gonna link up with all the ops once you do her dirty, and she's definitely not gonna apologize for it. The worst part about this is, even after Porsha pulled all these antics, she's now the one who ended up getting replaced, and the producers made Nene still stay on the show. Porsha just keeps taking L's, and it's honestly embarrassing at this point. Okay, so this whole drama started a couple days ago when Nene hopped on IG to spill the tea about how Porsha tried to get her fired from the Netflix comedy show The Upshaws. She said her management team told her a few days ago that the producers of the show wanted her to do a little guest appearance on one of the episodes with Porsha. She was real excited because at the time, she and Porsha were already very close, and she felt like they were both going to have a great time on set. However, upon her arrival, Porsha wasn't even there. In fact, she didn't even show up at all the first day of filming. See, it turns out, while Nene was all excited to meet Porsha and chop it up with her, Porsha was telling the producers that she would only do the show if they kicked Nene off because she and Nene weren't cool. Like, you cannot make this up, y'all.
A disappointing video, but nonetheless, here goes. So earlier this week, I was told by my management company that the Netflix scripted series called The Upshaws were interested in casting me for a part. As the talks went on, we agreed upon whatever we agreed upon. I was to fly out to LA on Tuesday. They told me that Porsha William Gubadia was also playing in this particular series. She would be side by side with me. Excited. I haven't seen Porsha. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. So I was just like, okay, so me and Porsha are going to kill this part. They told me we were going to be having rehearsal. At rehearsal, I didn't see Porsha. There was a stand-in. We broke for lunch. We came back. We were going to do a whole run-through. I still didn't see Porsha. I'm just waiting to see Porsha, right? I'm excited to see Porsha. I'm like, well, I want to, wait till Porsha on set so me and her can chop it up. So Porsha never came. We wrapped for the evening. I went back to my hotel. When I got to my hotel, production called me and asked me if I had any issues with any housewives because they were going to be recasting the other position. And I was like, oh my God, no, like what? I was later told that Porsha did not show up to work and had said that she did not want to work with me, that we had issues from the past, and she did not want to work with me.
Oh, but Nene did not stop there. She said all of this caught her off guard because up until this point, she and Porsha really had no issues at all. I mean, they did exchange a couple words while Nene was still on Real Housewives, but Nene left that show over 4 years ago, and they've been cool ever since. Nene was even at Porsha's wedding with Simon. She, Simon, Nene, and Nene's man. They even used to double date at some point. They were all really cool, so she was hella confused as to why Porsha would do something this sneaky and try to stop her bag. Nene said she hit Porsha up to find out what the hell was really going on, and that's when Porsha told her that she felt like Nene didn't care about her anymore because she never reached out after the news broke about her divorce.
We were all in Miami together. We hung out for the whole weekend to celebrate Simon's birthday. We all decided one weekend to go to Vegas to see Usher. We all went to Vegas to see Usher, couples. I was in Dubai. Porsha and Simon were in Dubai. We all hung out. Yanni and I have gone to Simon and Porsha's home to hang out, party, drink. My son came over, brought hookahs. We ate African food, had a great time. Of course, Porsha had a wedding, and I'm at her wedding. I've seen Porsha in Atlanta out. We've laughed and talked. I am shocked that Porsha would go to a production company and I am shocked to hear that Porsha would go to a production company and say that she doesn't want to work with me because we've had a lot of issues in the past. What lots of issues that we had in the past. Mind you guys, I haven't been a housewife in over 4.5 years, okay? Besides that, as black women, okay, when you call a black woman angry, difficult, we've got problems, I can't work with them on set, that is a death trap for a black woman in the industry. We don't have any issues that we can't work together. We are issues that we can't work together. We are professionals. We get on set and we work together and do what we got to do. Your issues in the past, if you had to pick a housewife, it certainly wouldn't be with me. It would have been with Kenya. It would have been with Candy. Those were your major issues. We've had petty things. We're on a reality show. So we obviously are going to have some sort of issues, but we've not had anything where we could not work together. I'm sad and disappointed that Porsha would go to any company and say that she's had issues with me and we cannot work together. That is a lie. I text her. So it's not like I'm doing this video, I didn't text her. I text her. And she sent me a text back saying that she's going through her divorce and I didn't reach out to little sis. Are you serious? You and your husband were just happy and smiling in Dubai. I thought you guys were having a fight and maybe you guys are going to get back together. I don't know what y'all personal business are. I don't want to be nosy, okay? I don't want to invade your privacy. Maybe you need some time. I don't know what you need. I was happy to see her and talk to her and chop it up then. I don't want to pry. Yes, Yanni and Simon are hanging out together, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yanni's hanging out with Simon. I can't change this relationship with that man. I wouldn't let him change my relationship with Porsha.
And I mean, I kind of get why Porsha would feel some type of way, especially since Nene's supposed to be her best friend. But she could have just called Nene and told her how she felt like any grown person, instead of trying to get Nene fired. Like, that's crazy and very immature. Nene also went on to talk about how the producers of Real Housewives Atlanta even wanted to fire Porsha at one point, but she went out of her way to beg them to let Porsha stay. So the fact that Porsha would try to do something like this is a huge slap in the face to her.
When Porsha and I were on Housewives together, she was divorcing her first husband, and I fought for Porsha to stay on the show. I went to production and talked to whoever I needed to talk to at Bravo to just put my 2 cents in that I felt like she should stay on the show. When she drugged Kenya off that couch, she was saying all kind of things. I got down on my knees and put my hand over her mouth so that she wouldn't dig herself into a bigger hole than she was already in. The bottom line is, Porsha did not want to share the spotlight. That's it. And professionals can share the spotlight. Porsha is not a star. She is a Bravo celebrity.
And a lot of people were disgusted by Porsha's behavior. They wasted no time in dragging her trifling self for this shady behavior. One person said, "Say what you want about Nene, she's always had Porsha's back, even when Porsha is in the wrong. This is so messed up. Perfect example of when you think you cool with people, whole time they don't really like you and stabbing you behind your back. Sad." Another person said, "Porsha need to grow up. How y'all been together, celebrating together out the country together, and now you mad and turn down work and money? That's so ridiculous." Now, Nene and Kenya later jumped in the Shade Room comments after the Shade Room posted about it, and they went in on Porsha some more. Kenya and Porsha already don't even like each other because of their feud and all the fights they've been into over the years, so you already know she was too thirsty to say something when she saw this. She said, "They offered me the same role, and we know my history with Kim F. She's a professional and still wanted to work with me. I was booked, but what's for you, no man or housewife for that matter can take it. Keep your head up, others will come." Nene also said, "We have no problems. I don't know why she did that. We've been cool." Nene then decided to turn the pettiness up a little bit when she posted photos of her and her boyfriend on a double date with Simon and his new girlfriend Jay, with the caption, "Happy Sunday." Child, this was messy on all levels, but at the end of the day, this is Nene Leakes we talking about, so it can't be that surprising that she did something like that. A lot of people were living for the shade, but others felt like Nene was dragging it and being unloyal to Porsha. Someone came to her defense by saying, "Porsha tried to stop Nene's bag. Nene owes Porsha nothing but an ass whooping. Next case." Nene responded to this by saying, "Say it loud so the people in the back can hear you." And honestly, even though Nene is acting crazy petty about this, I kind of understand where she's coming from. Because it's one thing for you to have your issues with somebody, but to go out of your way to dial up your phone and try to get them fired is absolutely unhinged. Like, this is somebody's livelihood we're talking about. You can't just do somebody dirty and dictate how you want them to respond to your BS. I personally think Nene should let it go, but at the same time, I can understand why she wouldn't want to. She don't owe Porsha no type of loyalty whatsoever, especially after what Porsha did. And as for Porsha, she ain't responded to none of this yet, cause she's got much bigger fish to fry, especially being in the middle of a very messy divorce right now. But it's definitely not gonna be long before she has to say something. Now, as usual, people had their own opinion about this, like this person who said, "Nah, Nene is legit hurt and shocked, for real. One hand, she should have had a conversation with her first if there was an issue. To do that behind her back is unfair and wrong, especially to do to someone who's had your back. On the other, it's okay to enjoy hanging out, but not desire working with somebody. She's going through some things, went about it all wrong though." Another person said, "We all know Porsha can be very childish at times. She doesn't know how to control her emotions when something doesn't go her way. She really needs to take time for herself to heal and apologize for doing this as well." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Nene going off on Porsha for her sneaky behavior? And do y'all think Porsha will officially address this and explain why she even did this to begin with? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.